Hello one and all, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival with me, EkkiThump. As you can see off camera, I have finished the work on the bridge here. It's currently a bridge to nowhere. This session we're going to work on changing that. We're going to start, I think, by building the path through the mountainside at the opposite end. Just make it a little bit easier to get up here, hopefully. This did take a hell of a lot of wood. I've burned through all of the original, 8,000 that I farmed up. And I've also been and got myself, well, I went and got another 8,000, I think, something like that. And I've burnt through quite a bit of that as well. I've still got some logs processing back in Atuin. I'm actually trying to avoid cutting down the trees like within sight of the bridge, because I like the extra aesthetic. One thing I noticed about Ningues, the ground looks very uniform. It's all snow covered, so it does give us a bit of a better view from up on the bridge if we leave the trees in place. And yeah, so this session we're going to come back over here to the eastern side of the bridge, and we're going to work on building ourselves a nice winding path through the mountainside. In our inspiration Skyrim, they had the 7,000 steps. We're not going to be building 7,000 steps because that would be, I mean, if you assume I was building a 3-wide path, 7,000 steps would be 21,000 blocks of wood plus. And no one's got time to farm that many trees. But we're going to have a damn good go at making this path as long and twisting as we can. And then on the opposite side, who knows, we may start work on the monastery wings. But for now, our first decision is this path here. Do we want it to break to the right or to the left? I kind of think I want it to break to what would be the north. The north side, come down here, perhaps into that little crevice there. We're just sort of hugging the mountainside as close as we can. It's going to be quite a lot of ramp blocks, so like 2 wide, shallower ascents and descents, I think. It's quite difficult to actually get up the slope blocks, the ones that are at 45-degree angle. We may integrate some actual stairs, although I haven't got any built yet. But we're going to start in here with a 3-wide section in line with the bridge. And just bring this out to basically until the blocks aren't resting on the ground anymore. I think we'd go another one. And now they're poking up, so we'll stick one under there and one under there. And here we'll break to the north. And actually, I think I'm going to have a ramp section here. Oh. Then we can fill in underneath. Like so. So that makes it a bit easier to actually walk up, not having to jump up. We need to fill in here. And so on and so forth. So we're going to cut ourselves a path through the mountain. So that's I'm going to get busy on that, and I'll probably cut you back in when I have something to show. Now you can see on this section here, we're actually coming a little bit away from the mountainside because we've come over a steep lip of rock. This is the kind of place where I'm thinking I might put some stairs in. So if I take this middle row out, I've been back and fetched 80 out of the cargo box. So these are just looted ones. I haven't had a chance to build any yet. Really should have picked up my other sodding wood blocks while I was there. If we come down by 2, and I get rid of these ramps, and I might just put slopes on the side. And if I start extending out here again, I think the general rule I'll be working to is if I would have like 2 ramp sections in a row, then that'll be where I will put stair blocks in. Stupid, I'm filling these in under here. I just want solid blocks and I'm filling them in with bloody slopes. So I think we'll come out to here. Or maybe a bit further actually, somewhere over here. Until we get to... let's see, about this bit. Yeah, towards this lip here. And then we'll break east with it. Actually, I think I might break east a little bit early at this point. Because we've got quite a steep ridge here. So we're only actually getting a 2 wide path here at the moment. With a sort of uneven edge of rock here sticking out. So if I bring this out perhaps 1 more. Okay, that stairway is now disappearing into the rock, which is a nice look, but we don't want to take that too far. So might want to go a little bit further. I think we do still want to take this to the north a little bit. Might even want to do that a bit earlier. Like here. We can actually start zigzagging downwards with the stairs. Yeah, let's have just a little bit of a zigzag. So that one there. Oh, hang on. That's in the wrong place, isn't it? That needs to be one further over. Yeah. So the stair there. Ah, the sun's coming up, so I'm just going to need to fill in this crack here. Okay. Let's just go for a quick shot of the completed bridge. Obviously still got to be textured and whatnot. Ooh, jetpack saved. Let me go empty-handed. So this is the view off the bridge, and we can go all the way across, and it's actually quite impressive. We can look down at the lizard mules far below. And you see, with forest on one side, forest on the other. That's why I've avoided cutting down the nearby trees. I've basically needed to go around that mountain to the northwest. And that's where I've started to get my wood from. Right, let's get back to it. May need to actually go straight down to the paladin because the oxygen has gone yellow. And we're starting to dig into the mountain again, so let's go down a little bit. Right, one more section north. And then I might actually start zigzagging with the ramp blocks. So we will have ramps coming out there. One, two, three. Then we go 3 out. Like so. And then have ramps doubling back this way. So at the end of the ramp it's 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Let's see how this looks anyway. This is going to look quite good actually, I think. Get a bit of texture on there. So it's not obvious. It's not going to be once we've been around with the gun, it's not going to be just planks. It's going to look like stone or something like that. Or let's be honest, it's probably going to be marble. That's going to blend in quite well with the Ningues snow. In a perfect world, we'd be able to put little snow patches on the path and stuff, but at least we can make it white. These blocks have gone a bit weird here. Yeah, same with those ones. Let me see if I can log in and out and fix that. Okay. What on earth is going on here? The stairs are still alright. For some reason it's decided it doesn't want to render just one side of that wood block. I'm going to restart the game and see if that fixes it. Maybe it's... I don't know what the hell might be going on there. Right, be back in a minute. So it's alright there. It's alright there. I place a block there. And we lose one of the sides. I wonder if we've come too far actually from the core. That would be a bit of a problem. Yeah, that's a bit of a bugger. I think we've come too far away from the core and it's stopped rendering that side of the block. We can't even place one there. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly, that the bases were limited to a maximum size. It's not a particular problem. I think what we can do is just build these as separate bases. So effectively we're going to need... Well, we're probably going to need 3 cores, one for the spire side as well. So let me get back over to Atuin. Let me get some... we're close enough. We're close enough. Let's get back over to Atuin. And I'm going to make myself some extra base starters. And hopefully that will fix the problem. Just look at that in the sort of mid-afternoon, well, suppose, late evening now, sunshine. That is really glorious. Those monolithic bridge supports and the bridge just running across way up in the air there. That's going to look really good, especially when I've got the texture gun on it. Alright, so what I'm hoping I can do is shave a bit off here. No? I can't put it down here because it's... If I put it down right next... let me get another block in there to try and line it up properly. How can these be misaligned? It's all voxels. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. We can't get it. It's a bugger. And that didn't give me a bloody core for breaking it. What if I can make a core in the Paladin? Can I attach this to this? No, I can't. The space has already got a core. Maybe if I move the one that's already there. Whereabouts did I put it? It's in here, isn't it? Shoot, we better be careful here. This doesn't bloody fall down on top of me. I can still put blocks in here, that's fine. Why on earth are there blocks missing up here? Why are they just exploding when I try and put them down? Let me make a backup here, I'm not sure why that's happening. Hold on, that's not fucking Atuin's turrets that were shooting those out, was it? Right, now I can hopefully slip a core in here. No, still can't build that bit. Let's set the turrets on Atwin to not shoot other faction to start with. Aliens and predators only. Artillery turrets don't matter so much because they don't shoot on the planet anyway. Yeah, look, it was my bloody turrets shooting a hole in it. Luckily they didn't bring the whole thing down. Okay, so the problem at hand, we're actually trying to build a base that's so big, the engine doesn't want to let us build it. So clearly, somehow, we need to split it up into separate bases. Let's find somewhere we can put a core back in here, might as well. That'll do, we'll slip one in there and put a wood block over it. I'll never remember where that is. So I guess what I'll need to do is have this pathway completely disappear into the mountainside at some point. And then we can start a new base for the rest of the pathway, I suppose. Where was that little lip? I'm going to have to spend... this might be a good place. If I bring the... if I bring it around and up slightly, it can disappear into there. Or I could keep taking it that way and just hit the mountainside. So much wood spent already though. And stair blocks. But I think that's the only way. Alright, well here's what I've decided on in the end. I had a bit of trouble placing a base starter on the mountain over there. So what we're going to have to do is put the base starter at the bottom here, where we want the steps to start. We are going to ramp this up. Actually, we're going to put a block there. Surround that in blocks. And blocks on top. We'll get a stairway onto the path. And then for the rest of it, we're going to have to work from the bottom up. And if I just come back up here very quickly, just to show you what I mean about where we're going to hide the fact that these are actually two separate bases. So you can see this path completely disappears into the mountain there. And we've got the new stairway down there. So what we're going to aim to do is to have the new pathway disappear into the mountain somewhere around here. And this rock here is just going to hide the fact that they are two separate bases. So anyway, that's enough for one session. Some surprising new limitations that I've just run into for the first time. I did have a quick read of the wiki, and we are limited. When you're building a base, you are limited to having 250 blocks wide. It doesn't matter where the core is, the whole base can only be 250 blocks wide. The wiki does say, the one I read, that they're going to be removing that soon. I wouldn't bank on it because that entry actually looked quite old. I mean, it made reference to a galaxy that only had 4 planets in it. Whereas you can see now we've got considerably more. How many we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planets in now. Oscar-toon, I've never even heard of that one. So anyway, that'll do for this session. As I said, that was episode 32 of Let's Play Empyrion and part 2 of the Ningues big build. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this rather fantastic game, and I will see you next time.